Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Crosses by Jose Gonzalez. It's from Life is Strange. It's a beautiful little piece to play. It's pretty tricky. Now, when he plays it, I think he plays it in different tuning, but I'm going to do it in standard tuning, so it's not 100% exactly the same as what he plays, but it's pretty close. Just before I teach it though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help the channel out. Give me a like on the video as well. Leave me some comments in the comment section, including any songs you want to learn, what you think of the video. Just give me some feedback, it would be amazing. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. I've done a cover version of this, so if you want to hear it played all the way through so you know what you're going to play, go and have a listen to that. I'll put a link to it in the description down below and I'll put a card above. So like I say, my guitar's in standard tuning. You can play this on any type of guitar, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, or a classical guitar like this. The first line, slowly, sounds like this. So for that, you're going to start with your second finger, E7, second finger on G7. Your thumb gets a big workout on this one, so you play the E string, and then jump your, and at the same time as that, you're going to play the B and the G strings. So you got, and then your thumb jumps down to the D string, and then you play your fingers again on the G and the B, to the thumb on the D string, and then the B and G strings. So from the beginning you've got, and then you're going to jump to your first finger on E5 and your third finger moves down a fret to G6 and you play the E string, the B and the G with your fingers, then your thumb jumps down and plays the D string. So bar 1 goes, and practice that round just because we use the same sort of right hand technique through a lot of the songs. So it goes. And then we're going to move that down 2 more frets. So you end up with your first finger on E3, third finger on G4. And you can do the same right hand as what we did in the first bar. So we play thumb and fingers at the same time, playing E, G and the B strings. Move your thumb down to play the D string. Fingers, thumb, fingers, move back to the E string, fingers, then you thumb back down to the D string. So slowly, bar 2. And then the next bar, the same right hand, we're going to start. Then you move back up to fret 5 with your first finger and third finger to G6. Thumb, fingers, then thumb on the D string. So bar 3. Okay, so let's play the first 3 bars. We've got, and then into bar 4. We play the E7, G7 and the open B string. Thumb goes down. Then I had to take the root off here. I can hear he plays this note again in the bar later, but I can't work out how to do that really. It makes it harder. So we're going, you're going to move up to fret 9 on the G string, back to your thumb, fret 11, back to the thumb, back to fret 9, and then play your thumb again. So you've got, more time slowly. So the whole line you've got, on to the next line, third finger back to fret 7. This feels weird. It took me a little while to get this in my head. So you're playing your third finger on G7, second finger will go to the top, but we don't play it instantly. So you play just your fingers on the B and the G, thumb, then your thumb jumps to the E string and plays your fingers at the same time. So it's, and then it jumps back to the D string. So slowly you got. Then you go down to fret 5 with your first finger, third finger on G6, hit that with the open B string, and then the open D string. So that bar, this is the tricky bit, goes. And again. So it feels a bit weird when you come in from the other bar. Then the next bar is the same as the second bar in the first line. And the next bar starts the same, but then plays a D4, open B and G at the same time, G2 and B at the same time, and then open D string. So bar 7 slowly goes. And then bar 8, we've got a little finger on E7, second finger on 5 on the A string, and first finger on D4. You play the E string in the D string, then A, D, jump to E5, then another D4 and A5, so it goes. So let's try the whole of that line slowly. So that's the whole of the intro. Now the verse starts with pretty much exactly the same thing. So it's the same as the very first line, but it does that line 3 times. So you get. Does that 3 times round, and then after that, the 4th time round is like the second line of the intro. There's only a slight little change on the very end there. The last bar goes, so it doesn't go down to the fret 5 like it did before. So let's do the whole of that line slowly. Okay, so it does that in the song, and then it goes to this next line, which goes. So for that we play E string nearest to your face and the E and the B strings. And then jump to D2 with your second finger. So, and we're just going to alternate between the fingers and the thumb. So we've got. And then use your little finger on B3, back to the D string at the fret 2, then open E and B to the D2. So bar 17. Then in bar 18, put your little finger back on the fret 3 of the B string, to the D, open strings, D, open strings, then E2, and then you go to G2 with the B string. So bar 18. Sorry, bar 18. And then into bar 19, first finger E3, third finger D4. Play E string, the B string and the G string at the same time. Then D, G and B, D, and you just alternate between those. So you got into bar 20, you carried on with that. And I can tell he's in different tuning here because he actually plays a lower D, but I wanted to play this without detuning my guitar. So he does play a lower D, so he must have his E string drop down to a D. And then it plays the A5 and then A5 and D4 at the end there. So bars 19 and 20 go. Okay, and then in the song, if you wanted to play like the actual song, it then goes back up to the verse of the song and then plays all through the verse. But in my cover version that I did, I didn't repeat back round, I just carried on through the song. And then went on to this next little section. This first line goes, which is playing fret 9 of the D string, 7 on the G string, then open B, open E, back to the D string, G, D, G, so the bar 21, and then go to fret 7 on the D string and 7 on the G string, and play the D string, open B, B and E, then the G string, E and B, G, E and B, and G. So you got, or really slowly. And then go back to fret 9 on the D string with 7 on the G string, and we're playing the E, B, and the D string at the same time. Then the G, E and B, G, E and B, D, E and B, and G, so bar 23. And then it goes back to fret 7 and 7 and does the same right hand as the previous bar. So this is just like a little bit that goes into like the next section, so the whole line slowly. And then this next section goes around 4 times and it sounds like this. So we start with the third finger on fret 9 on the D string, first finger on G7, and we're going to play the E, B and the D string at the same time, and then the G7, E and B, the G7, E and B, D9, E and B, and the G7, so you got. And then the next bar, it's the same right hand, but you're going to go to fret 7 and 7 on the D and the G strings. Then it goes down to fret 4 on the E string and 7 on the D string, so you got 4 on the D string and 7 on the G string, sorry, and go. Then it goes to fret 7 on the A string with 7 on the G string, and you can do the same sort of idea. So the whole line slowly. And that just goes around 4 times, and then I went back to the beginning and played that, and that was the whole song. In the original, I think it just goes back to another verse and plays around that. Well, hopefully you found this guitar lesson useful and you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well. Leave me some comments in the comment section, including where in the world you're from. It's really interesting for me. I just make these videos at my home and people are watching them around the world. It's bizarre. So let me know that, and then let me know what songs you want to learn, what you thought of the video, if I was going too fast, too slow. Just give me some feedback, it'd be amazing. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos, and you want to print the tabs off for this, because I put the tabs on there as well, I've got a Patreon account. I've set it as cheaply as possible, so you can go and check that out. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below as well. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.